Hello there! Today I have for you the Blair Witch Project DVD review, take 2. I did this review last night and the audio came out bad, so I'm redoing it today. Hopefully it comes out a little bit better. I'm going to do this one a little bit different because the special features I think will give away some of the movie. So I'm going to give you my score, and then if you want to stick around to hear about the special features, you can. If not, you can close, exit, and you won't hear anything about the movie. I'm also going to do a second video like I've done with some other ones where I talk more about the story and the ending and so forth. So first of all, let's go over the packaging. There's your front. It says the Blair Witch Project, and it's got Heather Donahue's face on the front from that kind of famous scene there. And then on the back, some more pictures of the stick man and lots of quotes. I'll go over the quotes real quick. Scary as hell from Rolling Stone. Genuinely frightening from Newsday. One of the creepiest films since The Exorcist from Entertainment Weekly. Chills you right to the core from Paper. I don't know what Paper is, but thumbs up, creative, inventive, and ingenious from Siskel and Ebert. And this movie, I know I found it earlier, is approximately 87 minutes long, rated R. This is full screen because it was recorded on cameras that were in full screen, so there is no widescreen option. If you open it up, there's your disc. You got a little book here. It's kind of got a little bit of information about the movie and a list of movies you can order from Artisan, and you are available to order the Blair Witch Project for the low price of $29.98 on DVD. So obviously it's pretty old and nobody would ever pay that much money for this movie, but okay, let's go into the cast. We have basically only 3 characters: Heather Donahue, Michael Williams, and Joshua Leonard. They're the 3 student filmmakers, and there's a couple like people they talk to along the way, but really nobody else in the movie. So I'm going to go over the plot now of this movie. Is 3 student filmmakers. Well, you can kind of assume they're students. Heather is definitely probably in college, and she's working on making a documentary about the Blair Witch, and she enlists the help of her friend Michael, and I don't think Joshua, no, maybe it was Michael. One of them I think she knew and one of them she didn't, and like one guy's the sound guy, one guy's the camera guy, and they're going out hiking in the woods to find these different locations that have to do with the Blair Witch legend. And so they're just all working on school projects basically, and so they go to these places, and then along the way they end up getting lost and they can't seem to find their way out, like no matter what they do, and things just keep going wrong, and they end up being out there way longer than they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be back already, and basically they're never heard from again. And then one day this footage is found, and then pieced together into this movie, all just the stuff they recorded along the way. And that's basically the plot of the story. I'm not going to give away any details in this video. I'll be putting up another video if you're more curious about the details, but I think everybody's seen this movie already. So for score right now, I want to go a little bit into this. I saw this movie when it came out in what was it, 99 I think. Let me look real quick. I think it was 99. Had to be, yeah, 99. And I remember I was only in high school. I was either a freshman or a sophomore or something in high school, and I remember like just everybody was talking about this movie, not necessarily at my school, but like on the news. It was just extremely popular. Everybody was seeing it, and there was so much hype about this movie, and my sister ended up taking me to see it, and we went saw it together. And you come out of the theater and you're like, what? Everybody's watching this movie. This movie's making tons of money. It's not about anything. There's nothing going on. And I mean, I think this wasn't the first, but this is like one of the first popular found footage movies. And don't ask me why it took them so long to go back to them, because they're everywhere now. But if I was to rate it on that day, I would give it a 1, because I thought it was terrible. I was just like all that hype for this. And if I go back now, I just watched this the other day. If I go back now, I would almost like to give it a 3, but I'm going to have to stick it at a 2 out of 5. Just because a lot of parts are pretty boring. The whole first half of the movie, like, nothing's happening. They're just walking around the woods. And it's not that exciting. And I mean, if you look back at the whole thing, it's a decent enough movie, but it's slow in parts. So I give it a 2. Now, if you don't want to know any more about the movie than that, I suggest you close this now. But I'm going to go over the DVD features right now, which will kind of give away some information. So this movie did come out when DVDs were getting popular on computers, and so they would try to include these DVD-ROM features. I don't know why, just to try to get you to go on the internet on your computer or something. And so when I put this in my computer, I haven't watched a DVD on my computer in many, many years, and I don't think I've ever tried to play one on this computer, but I couldn't get it to play. And when I put it in, this thing would come up for PC friendly, and it was like a DVD player thing. And when I would click install, it would just go ding, and then nothing would ever happen. And I was like, oh man, what the heck? So I looked up online, and I don't think they're around, and I don't even know if this other company's around anymore, because their last copyright was 2007. So it's been quite a while since they put out a new player. But it's basically the interactual player, and so if you want to watch this, you probably have to download that. And basically what it does is it kind of takes you to a website, and I assume you can probably access this information even without the DVD, but I'm not sure. I've never tried, so don't quote me on that. Your DVD-ROM features, if you finally get them working, are evidence, and evidence is basically just a Black Hills, Black Hills government survey map, which is the map they were looking at during the movie and what they were using to navigate. And basically it's like somebody saying, based through most of the movie you could see where they were, but like towards the end of the movie, I think it is, like that geographical location wasn't on the map, so they were either out of the map area or just somewhere else, or the map was wrong. So that's all that is. And then there's some comic book stuff where they give you like 3 or 4 pages out of the Blair Witch comic, and gives you the pictures and the dialogue and whatever. And then they have a dossier, which is basically a transcript from the 1941 interview from dang, I should have looked up his name. I can't think of his first name. It's something Parr. Let's see if they have anything on here. No, there's nothing on here. Whatever the heck his name is. Something Parr, the guy that killed the kids. And so they're just talking to him. And then there's a couple newspaper clippings about other things that happened. And so that's your DVD-ROM features. Then your regular features are a director and producer commentary, which, if you're familiar with my reviews, I don't really ever watch those just because there's no point. They're kind of boring. But just for this one, I kind of want to check it out, see what it was about. Sorry, my throat's bothering me. But I just want to let you guys know what it was like. But then I got interested in it, and I ended up watching the whole thing. It's just them talking about basically how the movie was made. And so then you have Curse of the Blair Witch, which is a documentary about the 3 film students, their families talking about them, the events that surrounded their disappearance, the Blair Witch legend. And then you have newly discovered footage, like I guess somebody dug this up again. I don't know. They don't explain that, but it's just one deleted scene that you could just throw away anyways. So I think they just threw it in there for laughs. And then they have Blair Witch Legacy, which is basically the story of the Blair Witch from beginning to now. It was like really long and boring and totally pointless. So that's my review of this movie. I'm going to put up another one talking more in depth. But thanks for watching. If you love this movie, I would really like to hear from you. If you just hate this movie and you think it's terrible, I'd really like to hear it too. And thanks for watching.